starts now with breaking news.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jessica Harrington. Jason has the morning off. We are following breaking news this morning as crews are fighting a new wildfire in Central California. The French fire is burning dangerously close to the town of Mariposa. The fast-moving wildfire broke out just after 6 last night and is burning on Highway 49 near French Camp Road. And good morning. I'm Jessica Harrington. Winds in Southern California worsened overnight and into the early morning, making the firefight that much more difficult for firefighters. The two largest wildfires, the Eaton and Palisade fires, broke out yesterday and are about 40 miles apart in Los Angeles County.
You look very spirited out there, Jess.
You know, Amanda, Jason, I've got my party hat on. I've got my pom-poms. You know why? Because it's a party, it's a party, it's a party. You know what we're missing? We're missing you. We're missing your phone call with your donation, 559-319-1900. Or you can text POV, P-O-V, to 559-319-1900. And if you're like, can't do either one of those things, how about your Venmo? How about the extra money that's sitting in there that you haven't transferred to your bank? Send it our way. We've got signs up behind me if you forgot any of those numbers or if you need to know where to send it. Venmo, it's at POV Fresno. But all these beautiful volunteers have been here all morning taking calls and text messages. And, you know, it really turned into a party when the Davies families called just a few minutes ago and they donated $5,000. We love to hear that. Yeah.
Moving over to the Action News Vote Tracker to see how folks in California and the Valley voted for president. Let's take a closer look. Check this out. You can see that Kamala Harris has a commanding lead statewide, but that is not in line with the way that voters chose in the Valley. You can see Merced, Madera, Fresno, Kings, and Tulare County all voting in favor of Donald Trump over Harris. Some of the biggest margins Donald Trump had in the Valley came from Tulare and Kings counties. You can see it there. But something that I thought was interesting, if we take a look at the comparison to the race back in 2020, Donald Trump in the state only had 34.3% of the vote. In comparison, when you take a look, he's now gained some ground up to 40%. One other quick note on that, if you take a look at the way we voted here in the Central Valley, Fresno County and Merced County both voting in favor of Joe Biden back in 2020. This year, you can see the entire Central Valley area did vote for President Trump in favor of him.
Very active situation right now.
Yeah, he's describing it as a very dangerous situation, saying the suspect, who he identified as David Morales, is still armed and in that home in the area. He specifically said that the suspect used a high-powered rifle. They have eyes on the home, and there are multiple agencies that are on scene. Now, again, this is a very dangerous situation. He said schools in the area are either on lockdown. We heard from the Porterville Unified School District that they have downgraded to secure. That means students are still in classrooms with doors locked. He did stress students and staff are safe. They are asking parents not to go to the school at this time. They said that that will interrupt what officers are trying to do in the area.
Clovis Unified is hosting a Bus Driver Appreciation Day. They do this every year, but today there is a very special occasion happening. The California Highway Patrol is here to award a very special award to one of our bus drivers from Clovis Unified who jumped into action to help save kids, and she has no idea.
It is my privilege to recognize Sylvia as the 2025 School Bus Driver of the Year Award recipient for the California Northern region. Thank you so much for your professionalism, your courage.
We made it to Tuesday. Here's what's coming up this morning on Action News AM Live. We are tracking the very latest on that Islamic mosque attack down in San Diego. Hey, good morning. It is Friday, May 8th. Here's a look at your headlines as you start your day. A California Highway Patrol officer was involved in a crash in downtown Fresno yesterday and is in the hospital this morning. The crash happened last night on the ramp from southbound 99 to eastbound 180 around 6 p.m. An early investigation revealed a CHP motorcycle officer slowed down for a hazard in the road. Officers say a driver in a Honda CR-V did not see traffic slowing and hit the motorcycle. The officer was ejected and taken to the hospital. The driver of the Honda was not injured. The investigation is ongoing. An eventful morning in Northwest Fresno yesterday as a young cub was spotted in the neighborhood.
Jason, thank you. Well, this morning, of course, we are joined by the Red Cross. This is volunteer Luca Lorenzi. He has been volunteering with the Red Cross since 2021. Good morning to you. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning, Jessica. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So many of us in the Central Valley, I'm sure yourself included, and across the state, we were keeping tabs every minute on the fires as they broke out in LA. The amount of destruction just absolutely enormous. And I know that some time has passed, and so it kind of falls behind in our head as we go on with our day-to-day lives. But we know law enforcement, firefighters, and of course the volunteers with the Red Cross, they run in to help. And specifically with the Red Cross, they continue to help provide that assistance that people may need. And so we've got some items here that you can kind of help show us. As we're asking for your donations this morning, we want you to know exactly what they're helping to support. So can you give us an idea of what those donations help provide?
Yes, absolutely. Well, just to say, our volunteers and our donors really make our mission possible. But we also have kits such as these that help families, such as in power outages or right before a disaster happens, to help us respond immediately. And these can include things such as brooms, gloves, as well as bleach and other materials to really help families immediately respond.
Yeah, because even if they didn't lose everything, they definitely were impacted, whether that's with smoke or debris that has also hit their homes. We know so many people in Los Angeles were affected. I also thought these were interesting as you were talking about some of the toiletries. Keep this in mind. Your donations are helping support things like tissues and face wash, toothbrushes, toothpaste. This is deodorant. And when you're running out of a house in an emergency, these aren't the things we're thinking about.
No, absolutely not. And then suddenly, you know, you find yourself out of this circumstance and you need these essential items.
And a good morning, those of you joining us at 6:30. I'm Jessica Harrington, live in River Park this morning, kicking off the Toys for Tots Marathon. We are asking for new unwrapped gifts all weekend long to help support children in Fresno and Madera County. You can actually see behind me some of the bins that are already filling up with gifts.
The goal is to make sure every child in Fresno and Madera counties have a toy this Christmas.
Action News anchor Jessica Harrington is live from River Park in North Fresno, where they're collecting donations. Jessica, how's it looking out there?
Jason and Anna, you know what? It's looking good. It's a little foggy. I'm going to be honest with you. It's a little foggy, as Christina's been discussing. My hands are a little cold, but my heart, oh, it's so warm this morning. It has been incredible to watch these donations roll in. We kicked off right at 5 a.m. collecting new unwrapped gifts for children here in Fresno and Madera County to make sure that they have a great holiday season. And to talk about that, I want to bring in Stefan Hicklin. Come on in. He's with the Marine Corps League. And Stefan is joining me this morning to talk about a very special story. Stefan, when he was a child, actually received a gift from Toys for Tots. Can you tell me that story? How old were you and what was the toy? What was that like? Well, the baby elephants at the Fresno Chaffee Zoo are ready for their debut. The city shared video showing Fresno Mayor Jerry Dyer's special visit on Thursday to see the pint-sized pachyderms. He was clearly charmed by their cuteness, and starting today, the baby boys can be seen on the savannah from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.